Hey, welcome back, everybody, to the Construction Corner podcast. Today, we got a quick fast track hot take. It's just going to be me. Dillon and I are once again struggling with scheduling, but we still wanted to get something out for you. So I want to talk real quick about something that happened to me this last weekend. So it was an awesome weekend. If you follow me on social, I'm posting about it here and there. But long story short, I had family in town, which doesn't happen nearly often enough. My aunt and uncle and my grandfather came up from Illinois to spend the weekend with us. We started off on Friday night with a pretty kick-ass event. For my oldest son is on the varsity football team this year for his high school. After the game, the event was called Heroes Night. So after the game, basically my son got to present his great-grandfather with his game jersey that has his name on it, has all the military logos on it. Obviously, my grandfather was a veteran, or is a veteran. So that was really cool to see. Came back here, kind of hung out for way too late, drank a little too much that night, and then woke up at the crack of dawn on Saturday to grab all three of my boys and my aunt and head into Brighton, where our home office is, for a 5K race. The Brighton Area Fire Authority put on their annual Run to Remember. It is a 5K run in remembrance of the tragic events of 9/11. So one of my teammates actually buzzed me, texted me a few weeks ago, and he's like, "Hey, I want to do this run. Will you do it with me? Let's make some healthy competition out of it." And I was pretty impressed, and I was also excited, and I was like, "Yeah, screw it, let's do it." So we signed up a whole bunch of people. A bunch of teammates of ours at Schaefer Construction came out and participated. Like I said, my boys and my aunt came out. Carrie, my wife, unfortunately, was not feeling the greatest, a little under the weather this weekend, so she sat this one out. But anyways, we got out there early Saturday. Weather was absolutely perfect for running around. Not too hot like it has been as of recent. It was nice and cool, but a beautiful day. So I'm going to talk a bit about this. So gun goes off, boom, we're racing around. And anybody that knows me well knows that I don't run much at all. And when I do, it's usually when something's chasing me. So I wasn't looking to go out and win this thing or anything like that. I just wanted some healthy competition between my teammates and I, and it's for a good cause. It's for a good group of people too, locally, for the fire department and whatnot. So we're running, and it was a typical 5K race through the streets of downtown Brighton, which has habitually been under construction for the last year or so. So it took a little bit of a detour. And anyways, it's just a fun race. Running, at a pace that, didn't embarrass me. Me and my closest teammate in the race finished within a matter of, a few seconds of each other. So that was pretty cool. But what I wanted to talk about is we're running, and I get to like mile, 2.5. And I notice up in front of me, kicking my ass, is a young firefighter who's running the race with us. Now, I'm got my, shorts on, a T-shirt, and, a kick-ass bandana, celebrating America. This dude is wearing his full firefighter outfit. He's got full turnout gear on, the big-ass pants, the big-ass jacket. He's got an air pack on. He's got all this shit on. He's got his helmet on. And this dude is hauling balls. And so for about a mile or so, I'm well behind him. And I'm impressed to no end, right? We're passing, there's firefighters stationed all around the course, kind of telling you which way to turn and whatnot. And everyone we pass, I'm just like, man, this guy is amazing. And these guys are telling me, in quick 2-second snippets, kind of how cool this kid is. And, it turns out he's a 17-year-old guy. He's just a friggin' animal, man. And he's out there, he's in it to win it. So, it's just cool to see that. You don't see it often, and it's obviously it's difficult as shit. It's heavy. He's wearing a ton of gear. I don't know what the stuff actually weighs, somewhere between 30 and 50 pounds, at least. And it's hot. It was a nice day, but this guy's wearing turnout gear. Those pants and those jackets are not designed to be, loungewear by any means. So the dude is sweating his ass off. He's running fast though. And I get to, I'd say probably the last half mile, and we're running down this little boardwalk area in the city, which is a really cool area to go. And I notice all of a sudden, firefighter guy in front of me is walking. He's stopped. He is gassed, and he's just done. And so I get up to him pretty shortly thereafter, and I'm trying to cheer him up. I'm like, "Come on, man!" I'm using some explicit, race day language, and kind of pat him on the back. I'm like, "You got this, dude. Like, come on, get your ass up and finish. You've been kicking ass for this whole thing. Now you're in the home stretch." I'm like, do not give up now." And this dude looked at me, and I've never met him. He's never met me. I don't know who he is, and we'll get to that momentarily. He looks up, and he's just like, "Fuck yeah, brother, let's go." And so I start running, and actually my team would be annoyed with me if I didn't tell the story, but I turned around to start running again, and I ran directly into a garbage can. So that was pretty cool. A little embarrassing, but whatever. We get past it. I start running, and sure as shit, within about 50 yards rather, here comes my firefighter buddy, and he passes me. And dude finished right in front of me in the race. He crossed the finish line with all his stuff on. He immediately started ripping his stuff off, and he and I kind of talked just briefly afterwards. I went up and shook his hand, kind of fist bumped him. I'm like, "Dude, you were awesome. That was inspiring, and I'm glad I got to witness it." He thanked me for kind of jumping on his back and giving him some last minute motivation there to get going. And it was really cool to see. You don't see young people especially often that really know how to just get after it and work extremely hard for whatever it is they want. And it's unfortunate these days. We've lost that grit. We've lost that air of perseverance, that edge of determination, that full on hardcore willingness and desire to win and the ability to fight to win whatever it is you're looking to do. So to see this young guy, and like I think I mentioned anyways, he's 17 years old, definitely a kid in my book. My oldest son's 16, right? This 17-year-old kid just kicked my ass, kicked most everyone's ass in the entire race, wearing all his gear. It was really awesome to see. You can tell he's a hard worker. You can tell he's got something special about him. My coworker, my teammate, and I were actually talking after the race that my teammate recommended that I talk about this guy on the podcast. I would love to get this guy on the podcast, to bring him here to HQ2 or wherever and actually, interview the guy and pick it apart a little bit. But also, I'd love to hire this guy. This is the sort of guy, the sort of kid that would be such a perfect fit in our organization, such a perfect fit for the construction industry. He's obviously a hard worker. He's obviously pretty damn selfless as he's on the fire department. There's just, I could go round and round and round. This is our culture here at Schaefer Construction, and I want to talk to this guy. So I'm putting out a call to action to everyone listening. If you happen to know who it was on the Brighton area fire department in Brighton, Michigan, the young man that smoked almost everybody in that race, I want to get in touch with him. I want to talk with him. I want to talk to him about a career in construction. Even if I can't convince him to come work for me, this is the kind of guy that we need in the industry in general. I'd be happy to hook him up with one of our specialty contractors or whatever he's looking to do. So it's amazing when you see things like this, guys. When you see people who are back to basics, back to the roots of where this whole country began. We were founded on hard work. We were founded on busted ass, bloody ass knuckles, and perseverance and grit and hustle. We just have to get back to that because we're losing this country day by day. We're losing it by being weak, by being soft, by letting those powers that be control us and force us back into being mediocre. And we could go on. I could go on a personal rant for hours and hours. But I wanted to keep this one short and quick. This is what we need to do, though, guys. We need to take back the country, and this is how we do it. And this young man was an exemplary example, for lack of a better word, of exactly what we need this today. We need it in our industry. We need it in our country. We need it in our cities and towns. Hard work pays the bills. It wins the battles, and it keeps this country as great as it used to be. So as we're closing out, I'm recording this on a Sunday afternoon. I just want to say thank you to those hardworking men and women who continue to make this country amazing, continue to make this country great. Obviously, today, this show is going to drop on Tuesday, the 12th. We have some other posts going up on Monday for the remembrance of 9/11. You know, to keep those people in your hearts and in your mind, it is of utmost importance. The people that lost everything, just take another day, take another minute, and keep them in your head, keep them in your heart. Keep the fire department, your local fire departments, police, EMS, all of your first responders who work tirelessly day in and day out to keep you safe, sound, and secure for very little pay and for very little reward, for very little accolades or anything. Just remember those people are out there still. They're busting ass. And, you know, while we're at it, keep your construction workers in mind too, because those guys bust ass all day long. The people on my team, our specialty contractors on our site, if you haven't ever witnessed it and you're sitting in your cubicle hell, you know, at Google or wherever you punch your keyboard, just remember there are really amazing, tough, perseverant, gritty, hardworking men and women that keep this country moving every single day, that keep us safe every single day. Give them some respect, give them a thank you, and it shouldn't be relegated to one day, all right? So just keep them in your mind. That's today's show, guys. If anybody knows this young firefighter who won the race, again, Brighton, Michigan Fire Department, 17 years old, blonde hair, dude kicked ass on a race on Saturday, please, please, please reach out, shoot me a DM, give me a call, give me an email, whatever you want. I want to hook up with this guy. I want to talk with him. At the very least, want to have a chat with him, and maybe we can make something work for the future, for his future. So that's all I got, guys. Next week, we will be back. Dillon and I will both be back on the mics. We have a big interview with 2 guests, actually. So stay tuned for that one. Please check out our YouTube channel. Continue to like and share the show, but check out the YouTube channel. Subscribe to it. We're dropping all of our video recordings of the show. We're also putting out some shorts and some reels and all these things that I don't tend to understand even what the hell they are, but we've got a little team kind of kicking ass in the background, making this thing happen and seeing what the video world might look like for the Construction Corner podcast. So check it out. Let us know your thoughts. All right. Keep this thing moving. Share the show. We appreciate you all. We'll tune in next week. See ya.